Is a front brake job really worth over $3,200? Porsche dealership thinks so, but I don't. So today I'm going to show you guys how we can save over $2,000 doing a front brake job and doing it the right way. What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. They say owning a Porsche is expensive. That is true. But being an enthusiast, it's knowing when to pay the pros and when to pick the tool up yourself. So today, we're going to do this entire job for $850. That's over $2,000 savings in front of the garage, as you guys can see. So let's give this 2016 Porsche Cayenne the stopping power it deserves. All right, guys, this isn't just your average brake job. To beat the Porsche tax, you need specific German tools. All right, so let's go over the tools. So most importantly, we need the M14 triple square for the calipers. And we need the T50 and the T30. So this T30 is for us to basically, it's going to help us to loosen the brake line to move the caliper to the side. And I'll show you guys once we get into that. All right, guys, so moving on to go over the rest of the tools that you will need for this job. So we need this. This is the brake pad spreader. Helps to push the piston back in. We have torque wrenches and the brake wear sensor. So I went with the Brembo brakes. Yeah, this is really good for high performance cars. And we have some drill here. That's the the right side and the driver's side rotor. I tell you, I'm not sure this is showing up in the camera. This is the performance rotor. It's really heavy. And actually, so these are manufactured to go on a specific side of the the wheels. So I'm going to verify which one goes to where. Usually they write the letters here, but this one is plain. I have to verify that. But yes, this is that 6mm. It's really huge. This is for the performance one. All right, so the next thing we're going to do right now is to jack the car up. But before we do that, we have to disable the air suspension strut. There are two ways we can do that. We can use a diagnostics tool, or we can do it manually. I will show you guys in a second. I saw a lot of videos on YouTube where people were just jacking the car up and doing the brake work. That's not good. That's really not good. These cars are meant to be disabled. The strut are meant to be disabled before you jack the car. Follow the manufacturing instruction. If you don't do that, you might end up damaging stuff for yourself that will be very expensive to rectify. Please be advised. Now let's keep moving. All right, guys, so I hooked up the diagnostics tool to actually disable the air strut. But you know what? I'm probably gonna show you guys how to do it manually, because I realize not everybody has this expensive tool to do this. So let me show you guys how to disable the strut manually. All right, so the first thing you have to do is make sure the car ignition is on. You can turn the ignition on just one time. Then you see this button right here, this lever. So you have to push it upwards and hold it for a couple of seconds. And still holding it. We'll see it will change in a minute. Oh, there you go. So it's blinking now. I don't know if you guys can see that. So now that it's blinking, we've disabled the air strut. So if we jack the car up now, there won't be any issue whatsoever. So that's another way I figured is the manual way to do it. since a lot of people don't have this tool right here. Now, that's the way to do it. All right, so let's jack the car up and take the wheel out, and I'll show you guys how to remove the brake and the rotor. So, and also because my garage is a little bit slopey, I'll make sure I put some protection, right, so that the car don't roll back. And that includes enabling the parking brake. Yeah. So enable the parking brake now. That helps. And let's take the wheels off. All right, so we're going to pull the wheel to get a real look at the wear of this disc. When you see the actual hardware, you will realize why paying the dealership $700 an hour in labor just doesn't make sense for an enthusiast. At the end of the day, it's nuts and bolts. Porsche engineers build this machine to be serviced, and nobody is going to give your car the attention to detail that you will in your own garage. Gotta remember that. So this is very helpful, just in case if the car, once we take the last bolt off, you don't want the car falling off. So this one has a key, so you guys can see. So that's the key, and oh, you know what? I think this is for the other car, for the other Porsche. So this is different. Let me get the right key for this car. All right, so I got the right key for this. So yeah, that's the right one. So let's take it out. Here you go. Now we need to, there you go. It's out. All right, yeah, it's sticking out. Okay, let's move it to the side. All right, guys, so this is what's left of the disc. It's eating deeper. Yeah, I'm glad we're doing this work now because this definitely needs to be replaced. The disc is a goner. And here is the brake pad, what's left of it. Yeah, basically nothing left. I'm glad we're doing this work. So we need a T70 for these. So there are two bolts holding this. That's one right there, and the other one is over here. And we also need a T30 to loosen up the brake line. So the goal here is to remove the caliper and don't hang it on a strut. I'm gonna get a crate or maybe something to support the caliper on the ground rather than hanging it on the suspension. I don't like that. It's even riskier. This brake is very heavy and it might drop. So yeah, let's remove the calipers. That's the second one. All right, so now she is ready to come out, but before she comes out, I'm gonna try to remove the wear sensor. So to do that, I'll need a flat screwdriver. Okay, there you go. The wear sensor is out. All right. All right, so I have to use this spreader, the brake spreader, to push this piston backward. And if we don't do this, it's going to be very difficult to put the new brakes. This is going to make it a lot easier for us. So I think it's all the way in now. So okay, perfect. Now we can get this out. That's what's remaining. Yeah, it's on its way out. Alrighty. Okay. All right, guys, so here's a pro tip. So the first thing we would probably recommend you do is remove this T30. This is gonna give the brake line enough slack to lay down on something. Remember, this is very, very heavy. So unfortunately, I don't have a crate. So this was what I was able to come up with. So yeah, it's better because you don't want the brake line or anything bad to happen to the brake line. So there you go. Pro tip. Okay, it's time to remove the rotor. As you can see, it's not really super tight, so you have to be careful when you're putting it back. Don't make it super tight. So these bolts, Porsche recommend replacing this bolt when you remove the rotor. So, but it still looks okay, so we're gonna reuse this. Now the massive rotor is out. Now let's put it side by side to the new one just to verify if this is the right side or the wrong side. Okay. Okay. Oh, actually, it says here, bring it closer. It says R. So R is the right hand side. So this is the passenger side and the other one is the driver side. So good to know. And now, there you go. This says L. This is the left side, which means it's the driver's side. So I'm glad we double checked this because, yeah, this is, you don't want to make mistake putting that on the wrong side. That's going to be catastrophic. But anyways, yeah, let's keep it moving. So next thing we have to do is to clean this up a little bit. I mean, I'm actually impressed. It's not that bad, but we need to clean it up to make sure that, this surface is clean and smooth because it helps to reduce vibration when you're driving. So I have something that we can use for this. So I'm gonna use this trying to catch the dust Perfect. All right, guys, so I recommend actually doing this. So basically, the previous brake that was in this car was generating massive brake dust. So we're gonna try to basically clean as much as we can. Whoops. Yeah, that's really nasty.
So much door.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's a little bit better. So I'm gonna apply a little bit antifreeze here because yeah, this is going to prevent a seize when we replacing this, or whoever is going to own this car in the future. Yeah, I don't have to deal with that. So we have to apply just a little bit where this is going to touch the pistons. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay, perfect. So the next thing we're going to do right now is install the wear sensor. So let me get a wear sensor. So we have to install it this way. It goes like this. Actually, it goes like this. All right, it's in now. So I'm gonna remove this. And the other one as well. Put this through. And this slides in. Hold on. Okay. Perfect. And we can do the other one as well. Alrighty. Sorry, wrong way. Uh-oh. Come on. Stay in one place. Downwards goes in first. Do the same on this side. Push it forward. And then slide it in. There you go. Perfect. Now it's time to install this big boy. So I'll first install this, gonna make it easier for me. All right here, there you go. That's the right one. Okay. Yeah, not too tight. That's enough. Okay. Now we have to put the brake caliper back. So I need to move this. second one. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna torque it to 104 pound-feet of torque. So let's do this. Right, so the other one. Perfect. All right, so we have to put this back now. That's the brake line bracket. So basically what we're doing right now is putting everything back together where it was previously. Okay, this line back. Perfect. Okay, everything is back to where it was. So what I'm gonna do right now is put the steering straight and time to put the wheels back. Okay. All right, it's time to bring the car down. All right, guys, we're wrapping things up here. The crucial step in this process is that you need to pump your brake before you even think about shifting into gear. You need to set those pedals against the rotor. If you don't do that, you have a zero brakes the first time you hit the pedal in the driveway. Please don't be that guy. All right, guys, now that's how you work on your Porsche like a pro. Total cost $850. Total savings about $2,000+. Now that's more money that will stay in the garage for the next project. If this saves you some cash, hit the subscribe button. We are close to 400 subscribers, on our way to 500. There are some amazing projects on the road coming up. Be part of the team. Until I catch you guys at the next one, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.